papers, presentations, you name it all, about this idea that, well, what if the whole universe, like everything in it, comes from just one, like, fundamental wave?
Yeah, it's a pretty mind-bending concept when you first hear it.
For sure. But that's what we're here for, right? To unpack these big ideas.
Absolutely.
So instead of like a bunch of different particles and forces, we've got this one wave doing it all.
That's the core idea. Think of it as this vast ocean of energy, this wave that just permeates everything.
Okay, I can kind of picture that, but it's not like the waves we see at the beach, right?
Right. This is more like a fundamental four-dimensional wave. Like it's constantly oscillating, rippling. It's the fabric of reality itself, according to this framework.
Whoa, okay, so we've got this cosmic ocean of energy. Then what?
Well, within that wave, you have these localized, stable concentrations of energy. They call them cavities.
Cavities? Like they're empty spaces?
No, not empty at all. More like, imagine these tiny, vibrating whirlpools of energy, each one with a specific frequency, specific size.
Okay, so they're like little bundles of energy kind of swirling around in this wave.
Exactly. And here's where it gets really trippy. The energy of a cavity, it can only exist at certain levels. It's quantized, they say.
Quantized, like it can't just be any random amount of energy?
Nope, it's like, think of a staircase. You can step on one step or another, but not in between, right?
Right.
And the equation for this cavity energy, it looks like this. EC equals N, HFCRC. It tells you how that energy level, that N, and the cavity's frequency and size all play together.
Okay, so there's a whole equation for this. We're getting into the nitty-gritty here, but before we go too deep into the math, remind me what's so groundbreaking about these cavities.
Oh, this is where it gets really wild. And their mass, it all comes from the energy trapped in that cavity.
Wait, so more energy means more mass?
Yep, and it all ties back to Einstein's famous equation, EMC for watt. Energy and mass, they're two sides of the same coin.
Oh, wow, it's all starting to connect now.
And the cavity framework, it basically says that the mass of a particle is directly proportional to the energy swirling around inside its corresponding cavity.
Okay, so mass basically is energy doing a crazy dance in a cavity. I think I'm getting that. But what about the really big stuff? Dark matter, dark energy. Do they fit in this wacky wave picture too?
Oh, absolutely. This is where it gets even more interesting. See, the cavity framework, it suggests that both dark matter and dark energy, they might just be different sides of the same wave coin.
Whoa, hold on. So instead of searching for some mysterious particles, we just need to understand this wave better.
That's what they're proposing. Like for dark matter, they think it might be the way cavities warp the wave around them, like creating these regions of contraction that mimic the gravity we attribute to dark matter.
So the cavities themselves are warping the fabric of space, and that's what we're seeing as dark matter's gravity. It is, but does it actually hold up? Like, can you test these ideas, make predictions that we could actually observe?
Oh, absolutely. The cavity framework, it's not just some abstract idea. It makes specific predictions that could be tested. For example, they say we should be able to detect high-frequency gravitational waves. These would be like the fingerprints of collapsing cavities.
Gravitational waves, like the ones LIGO detected a while back.
Yes, but these would be at much higher frequencies, like a different signature altogether.
So if we could find those high-frequency waves, that'd be a big win for the cavity framework.
It would be huge. And there's another prediction, too. They think the cosmic microwave background, that afterglow of the Big Bang, it should have specific patterns in it, caused by the dynamics of cavities in the early universe.
So we'd be looking for these, like, ancient ripples in the fabric of space-time.
Exactly. It's like looking back in time to the very beginning of the universe and searching for the telltale signs of these cavities at work.
So let me get this straight. We're talking about a universe made of this vast, vibrating wave. Particles are actually these little energy whirlpools within it, and how they behave gives rise to mass, inertia, maybe even dark matter and dark energy, all while making predictions we could actually test.
That's the cavity framework in a nutshell.